Hello guys, I'm back again. Um, I'm going to be reading you chapter 14. Today I'm going to be reading you chapter 14 of our very interesting novel, D. D is a novel that is fictitious but a little bit based on true events. It's a story about a certain gentleman named D. He was married, and then all hell broke loose. So enjoy the story. So now we are in chapter 14. If you haven't been reading or listening to my readings, you can go and check other videos from chapter 1 and then up to chapter 14. Okay, guys, can you please like, comment, and subscribe? Please subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. It just helps me to grow. Please click that subscribe button. Okay? Right. Let me read. After discussing my salary, he left me working. Who was he discussing the salary with? It's D discussing his salary with his boss. He had just gotten a job as a gardener, so he was discussing the salary with his boss. So the boss left for work and he left him working. He had introduced me to another worker there, Memory, who was their house helper. For some time, I remained standing at one place, not believing my luck. Memory gave me a pat on the back and said, "Blas, bradi, itai basa, ropera msati matanga." Pane cameras pano. And then she laughed. I looked at her and steadily thanked her because I didn't know whether the laugh was necessary. Was she teasing me? Was she joking? I was not yet used to her. Surely I had to work. She brought me a cup of tea and eggs and a plate of rice and an apple. I was surprised again. Was this a test? Why all this food? She noticed my unbelieving stare and she encouraged me to eat as much as I could because my employers expected me to work as much as they fed us. She reminded me to work to impress because we were far from home. Apparently, she was also from Zimbabwe. With those words, she disappeared into the house, only to appear just to collect the dishes. She would just steal a glance at me and smiled whenever our eyes met. During lunch, I was given more food. I was suspicious. Why was I being fed like this? Was there a hidden agenda? I spent about 10 minutes just looking at the food. I was still full. My mind wasn't at peace. Something was not making sense. At 6 p.m., I was startled by the boss's car hooting at the gate. I rushed to open the gate for him, and I was still in my overalls. One look at me, and he was so angry. I was startled. What had I done? On my first day? Hey, ndatoporongako man. He asked me why I was still working at 6 p.m. It was already night. For a split second, I was confused. He clearly, firmly stated and explained to me that I mustn't work after 5 p.m. Work ends at 5. After that, he asked me to freshen up so we could go and fetch my bags from Chibaruma, the place where I was living before he hired me. I didn't know the directions, but at least my boss knew the directions where he had picked me up. When we got there, it was easy to ask around. Luckily, we found the place. I saw the two guys who had helped me, uh, the ones that I walked with from Park Station. They said they were worried when I did not come back last night. But I told them, remember, when I got the job, you were there. But they said they expected me to come after hours. Then I just smiled. This is the end of chapter 14. Let's find out what is going to happen in chapter 15. So, our D, our Brady, has finally gotten a job as a gardener, and his boss seemingly is a good guy. Ah, good for him. Zvinhu zvanga zvakamuomera, guys. But here we are. Thank you for listening to this reading of our chapter 14. Please, if you are enjoying my reading, encourage me, like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.